All right, so we are now on the final section of this chapter, and we're going to talk about the top 10 tips for maintaining motivation and self-discipline. So if you're struggling to maintain motivation or self-discipline when you're writing your memoir, don't worry, we've got you covered. The top 10 strategies for staying motivated and disciplined are right here. Number one, setting realistic goals. Now, we've kind of talked about this already, but it is super important not only to keeping your motivation, but also to structuring your self-discipline. Because if you have a realistic goal, you need to meet it. You need to, period. Okay? Set something and then hold yourself accountable. It has to be realistic though, because if it's not realistic, you're going to either overachieve and not have anything to drive forward with, or you're going to underachieve and feel miserable about yourself. Realistic goals are number one. Number two, create a routine. Again, whether it's writing daily, 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, an hour a day, whatever works for you, whatever time you have that you want to dedicate, this is up to you. You make the rules, but set your routine and stick to it. Make that writing a habit. Find the time, find the location, find the distraction-free area, and write every day and stick to it. Number three, eliminating distractions. I kind of already hinted about that, but get rid of those distractions. Put your phone on silent, close your email, turn off the notifications, find a quiet place and write. Whether you handwrite or whether you type, it's up to you, but get rid of your distractions. Number four, and I think I said this a little bit a couple seconds ago too, hold yourself accountable. You're the boss of you. This isn't something that you have to answer to anybody else about. This is your story, your memoir. You decide how hard you work on it or how little you work on it, but whatever you decide to do, hold yourself accountable. Make sure you do it. Track it and make sure you're making progress as you plan. That way you stay motivated and on track. Number five, take breaks. Breaks are good. There's nothing wrong with them. It's truly, your mind can only go so long. It's like a body without water will die. A mind that only thinks about one thing is not healthy. So don't do that to yourself. A lot of us have this tendency to be obsessive. That's okay, but be obsessive about a couple other things too, so that you don't get so one-sided that everything emotionally goes into that one thing. Now, it is super important that you have that one thing, but take breaks, allow yourself some downtime, allow yourself to step away. It's for you. You're going to appreciate your goodness and your self-care there. Number six, find inspiration. Now, again, when you want to stay motivated, you need inspiration. Now, that motivation and inspiration comes from somewhere in your story, in your mind, in your heart, but it also is going to come from reading other books in your genre, listening to podcasts, taking a walk, and just going through your thoughts of your story. Whatever it is, find your inspiration and know that that inspiration source is likely to diversify or change as you keep digging in. Don't look for just one form of inspiration. Make sure that you keep an open mind and you allow that inspiration to come from whatever direction it's going to come from. Number seven, join a writing group. I'm not joking. When you're in a writing group and you're actually throwing ideas around or supporting each other, even if you're just chatting about, what you may have in common. Finding those commonalities is something that really can just boom, ignite this brand new inspiration. So find a writing group. We have one in the group below, or in the description below. Don't hesitate to come in, pop in, say hi. And it is a free writing group. Don't worry about any obligation. We're not going to twist arms or anything like that. I just want you to come in and have somewhere where you can, throw out your ideas, ask for some help. Also, leave your comments below, and we will also come in here as often as possible and leave some responses too. Number 8, celebrate small successes. Your successes matter. So celebrate the small successes along the way. Maybe you finish a chapter or you hit a word count goal, whatever it is, just celebrate it. And it doesn't have to be a big celebration, like I said, but acknowledge what you've done and be proud of yourself. It's a good thing. Number 9, visualize success. Now, whether it's visualizing being done with it or visualizing getting the emotional healing that you need, or if it's visualizing it becoming a best-selling worldwide, title, whatever it is that you want, it's different for everybody, but visualize that success and just keep that going, because that will drive you. You want to get there, and once you visualize it, you're going to find that internal inspiration that will help you stay motivated and focused on writing. And then 10, and this is going to be a little bit tough at times, because as you go through a memoir, not all of your life was unicorns and rainbows. Not all of it was bad. Not all of it was good, but sometimes you may work through a story or a scene or something that is especially emotional. Make sure that you keep a positive mindset through this, because you need to stay motivated. You need to stay disciplined, and going through I'm going to call it a scene, whether it's a memory or it's your whole story. If it's a tough emotional journey that you have to take, just make sure that you break those into smaller chunks, or you prep yourself mentally to know this is going to be emotionally draining, and after that, we're going for ice cream. Man, I talk about ice cream a lot, don't I? But just make sure that you know that digging back into your past to release some of this and to reflect on some of the pains, some of that stuff is going to drag you down a little bit. But make sure that you know this is already behind me. I'm not reliving this. I am just reflecting, and I'm letting it go. All right? My future's positive. Life is good. Stay positive. Don't let going through this drag you back down. One other thing, as you celebrate your successes, don't be hard on yourself when things don't go as planned. Stay motivated when you can, disciplined as much as possible. And, memoirs can be challenging. They really dig into your emotions because it's your story. It's something that happened for real. It's not fiction. It's not made up. You need to understand that this is going to be emotional, and that's okay. You can focus yourself on, for every negative thing or everything that drains you. Also remember something that reignited your happiness or your joy. And maybe that won't go in the story because maybe it doesn't have anything to do with it. But just remind yourself you had the good times too. All right. So stay focused, stay disciplined, and let's do this. I know you can do this. All right. You got this.